Good evening, and welcome to the closing event for the first phase of Contagion. Contagion is Science Gallery Bengaluru's fourth exhibition where we have traced the transmission of ideas, emotions, and behaviors alongside the spread of disease. Science Gallery Bengaluru is a public institution established by the government of Karnataka to reduce the distance between research and the public at large. We are one of 9 such university-linked galleries across the world in a network dedicated to bring together the human and natural sciences with art and engineering. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this event, and I'm aware that there are a number of dignitaries who are attending the event. I'm pleased that we are joined by Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, Executive Chair Biocon, and who chairs the Science Gallery Bengaluru Board of Directors, Professor Lothar Wieler, President of the Robert Koch Institute, Berlin, Professor Vijay Raghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, and Professor Chandrama Shaha, President of the Indian National Science Academy. I'm especially delighted to welcome Sir Jeremy Farrar, Director of Welcome, who will deliver today's public lecture. But before I call upon Jeremy, I would like to invite Ms. Rohini Nilekani, Chairperson Argyam and a valued member of Science Gallery Bengaluru's Board of Directors, to open the evening. Rohini Nilekani, who needs no introduction to Bengalurians or to Indians, and of course to much of the globe, is the founder chairperson of Argyam, a foundation she set up for sustainable water and sanitation, which funds initiative all across India. She's co-founder and director of Ek Step, a non-profit education platform. She sits on the board of trustees of the Ashoka Trust for Research in Ecology and the Environment, and serves on the Eminent Persons Advisory Group of the Competition Commission of India. Ms. Nilekani has written for many leading publications such as the Times of India, India Today, and Mint. In 2017, she was inducted as foreign honorary member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. She is also a member of the advisory board of the Wellbeing Project from 2019. Over to you, Rohini.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much, Jahnavi, for that introduction. Welcome especially to Sir Jeremy Farrar and too many distinguished people to name. I really want to thank everyone who has joined us here today to close this phase 1 of Science Gallery Bengaluru's first fully online exhibition season, that is Contagion. And what an amazing month and a half it has been. The team did a tremendous job with this very creative, very comprehensive exhibition. And on behalf of everyone who saw even one exhibit, I want to celebrate first everyone in the team for their hard work and their many design innovations. Almost a year of social distancing and isolation have obviously made us value our communities and our public spaces even more. And not only do public spaces build a sense of identity and shared ownership of the city in which they are and its environs, they also become a hub for public discourse, engagement, and dialogue. Science Gallery Bengaluru is hopefully shaping into exactly one such public space in Bangalore, alongside the Bangalore International Center, the Museum of Art and Photography, Rangashankara, and too many others to name. And through their exhibitions and programs, Science Gallery Bengaluru connects with the city and especially its youth, invites them to make it their own space by crafting a vibrant cultural conversation on science. Bangalore is already, as you all know, a leader in science, research, and technology in the country, with institutions such as IISc, NAL, ISRO, DRDO, NCBS, to name only a few, and with such globally renowned scientists that it boasts of, such as Nobel laureate C.V. Raman, Satish Dhawan, Radha Narasimha, Obed Siddiqui, and many others who continue to work in our many institutions and laboratories. But the mission of the Science Gallery is really to take science beyond the hallowed gates and laboratories of these institutions, right out onto the streets, mingling with the citizens, instilling in them pride for the city, yes, but more importantly, curiosity about scientific research and experimentation and the increasing importance such knowledge has in our lives. As Jahnavi already said, Science Gallery has a special focus on the young. As we have seen over the past 1.5 years, the country's youth have played a critical role in challenging public health crises that we have seen, this crisis that we have seen. And they have come forward to help in a very humanitarian and innovative way. And as a society, it is our responsibility to invest in them and empower them to become active citizens of the future as well. And working with partners such as Azim Premji Fields Institute, the Agastya International Foundation, Science Gallery has created online learning resources for over 100,000 young people and training programs for youth working in underserved communities on COVID awareness. Additionally, during this exhibition Contagion, Science Gallery Bengaluru has trained its largest cohort of mediators to date. The mediators, young, enthusiastic people whom some of you may have met, have conversed with visitors from across the globe through this exhibition, and not just in English, but also in Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, and other languages. Contagion's masterclasses, workshops, and tutorials have now become a global platform for young people to be mentored by experts across disciplines. The pandemic has further exposed the gap between research and the public. There's an urgent need for strong efforts to facilitate better public understanding and appreciation of science. Young people need to get excited about curiosity-driven science, about scientific exploration that could create and design a better, more hopeful future. This can only occur through a democratic dialogue on where research intersects with our lives. Contagion did exactly this and touches upon this through its exhibits like Ranjit Kandalgaonkar's Drawing the Bombay Plague, which was fascinating, and Christos Linteris's Controlling the Plague in British India. They provided a subtle yet sharp commentary on the dissonance between scientific research, the formulation of policy, and its subsequent implementation and therefore impact on society. The programs at Contagion further highlighted this dissonance, and an expert panel of a virologist, a physician, epidemiologist, and rural and tribal public health practitioner, led by the immunologist Ajit Lalwani, unpacked this fraught relationship between scientific evidence and the ground realities of pandemic control measures, especially in India today. So Contagion invites us to think differently, to open our minds. It encouraged us in all these days, and will continue to do so, to ask critical questions of the world around us. And it does so by offering to open doors of learning that anybody from the public should feel comfortable walking through. Contagion, the exhibition, also wants us to reflect upon rapid scientific and technological progress, to see that nobody is left behind, an inclusive vision of the future. We are witnessing the cracks caused by widespread structural inequities in vaccine development and distribution, which Achal Prabhala spoke about in his lecture. And we find a heartrending experience because of skewed access to healthcare in Bas Stitgen's exhibit, which was called Fluid Dialogues, and also in T. Jayashree's film, A Human Question. Adia Benton spoke of the politics of care in a global health system that is becoming increasingly militarized. How do we make our way out of this? How do we begin to reimagine the health sciences to integrate human, animal, and planetary health? The frameworks of One Health are one way forward and were explored by Uma Ramakrishnan and Michael Bresalia's talks in the Contagion's public lecture series. Contagion, as several of our participants and visitors have said, is timely and relevant. It provides historical, conceptual, and ethnographic context for the pandemic and the pandemics to come. And this has, in some sense, shed a lot more light and allowed people to be equipped with some kind of knowledge to give themselves, feel a little more empowered when they see that such experiences have happened to people before. We have been here before. We have within us the wherewithal to confront what is in front of us and to prevent what may come in the future. Science Gallery Bengaluru has chosen to explore transmission as a phenomenon rather than focus only on disease. And by looking at the spread of ideas, emotions, and behavior, the entire program provided us with some relief from the relentless and somewhat terrifying news around us. by helping us to put pieces together and make sense of it and take a longer and broader view. Given the difficulty of assessing and filtering vast amounts of information in the public domain, which is now called the infodemic, Science Gallery Bengaluru also provided a platform for young people to ask questions and engage with leading experts like Gagandeep Kang and Shahid Jamil during this 1.5 months. And the good news is that I'm very pleased to announce that Contagion, the exhibition season, will remain live with monthly programming until the end of this year, until 31st December 2021. With the generous consent of the artists and scholars that are exhibiting, we're able to extend the duration of this exhibition season. And we thank the artists and scholars. Given the crisis that we are continuing to live through, it is vital that Contagion remains freely accessible as a public resource. The team will continue to add new resources and new programs. So all of you who are listening, please check in, spread the word, and we are going to keep on trying to evolve and improve. We always welcome your feedback. And finally, I'm delighted to be able to launch the gallery's first annual review today. Contagion is the Science Gallery's 4th exhibition. Let's look back at the first 2 years of our programming. Let's savor moments from the 3 exhibitions, Elements, Submerge, and Phytopia. And we are so proud to have an alumni of our mediator joining us. We have built strong partnerships with institutions, both in India and abroad. So we ask you to share this, spread the news about Science Gallery Bengaluru. We are proud to belong to this group of science galleries from around the world, and we hope to keep working hard to bring citizens and science closer together. I very much look forward to Jeremy Farrar's lecture today. And please, everybody, spread the word. Keep coming to our exhibitions. Come to the physical place as soon as it is ready. Fingers crossed that it happens soon. Thank you for all your support. Namaste, good evening, stay safe, and back to you, Jahnavi.
Thank you so much, Rohini, for your encouraging words and your kind words. Your encouragement means a lot to the team, and you're aware of that.